we are talking about Schengen. Earlier on this week, I added just on the end of one of my videos, I was about to sort of like talk about Schengen and how it affects us. Well, so what actually happened a couple of days ago, Caroline actually mentioned to me, she said, hey, look, how are we getting on Schengen? 180 days, 90 days in Europe. And I'm kind of like, well, no, we can't be anywhere near it. So we've had a few, we are, you know us, we're kind of like, we're not the 3-month block people. We're kind of a bit random on our trips, so yeah, we've got to be kind of careful. We just done the trip, which was around about 35 days, I believe. So we're out of England, and so okay, we've still got plenty of time, and then you've got to go back that 180-day period and make sure that you haven't broken any rules. So yeah, the only way, so in your passport you have the dates. They are now stamping, so we're getting loads, so we're quite frequent travelling across Dover to Calais, Plymouth to Roscoff, Poole to Cherbourg, so we're getting loads of stamps in our passports, and that is one way of retrieving the information that you need on how many days you've been away, so you can see your departure and return to the UK dates in there. So you can always go by that if you want to refer back to that. I literally refer back to my phone with my camera shots. So and obviously the ferry bookings, I use an app, and so obviously you just got to keep an eye on all them, how you cross Brittany Ferries, DFDS, Eurotunnel, so when you're getting out of the country, the dates, and like I say, I've got a reasonably good memory of dates, and just go back, and yeah, that was the day I was exiting, that's the day we returned, and we can literally get that chunk of days that we're out of the UK. And it was really strange, because just as Caroline said to me about it, I actually, that day, or was it the next day, it was so close, I was like, oh my God, I'm just browsing the news, and the news that I read was, this is actually dated, it was yesterday, the 15th of November, so I think it was the day after we were discussing it. Actually reads, new visa joy for Brits with holiday homes as Spain joins France in calling for the post-Brexit 90 visit limit to be axed, admitting it is harming their economy. How crazy is that? And then so obviously that was the headline that grabbed my attention, and obviously, well, we've got holiday homes on wheels, so I don't know how far it's going to go at this stage of the game. They're sort of like talking about, obviously, people with second homes, and they want them people to come in return for longer periods of time, just like people in motorhomes. But I thought I'd just put this out there, because it'll just be interesting in the comments how you guys, how it's affecting you guys. Obviously that's 90 days out of the 180 period, and yeah, just various different approaches, people's ideas. We know a lot of people that are actually going out for their 3 months lump, and I was only thinking about it today, funny enough. I've just seen a few people going out literally in the last few days, and then thinking, well, 1 month, 2 months, you know, you're still going to be having to come back in mid-February. Yeah, the Spanish government have actually, in that news article, like admitted that it is affecting their economy drastically, and they kind of haven't got over that effect of the COVID problem yet. So they want people's trade in Spain and France and these countries. So this is like on the cards. Maybe things are going to change without applying for that long stay visa. And all the hassle that goes with that. So we are keeping our fingers crossed that these rules might even get reversed at some point. I'll just throw a couple of these screenshots up on the screen and show you what this story was actually about. It says about, unfortunately, the rule is not something Spain has established by itself or can get rid of by itself. The country's acting Minister of Tourism, Hector Gomez, said it is in our interest to lobby and convince the EU that we can try to work out an exemption for them, but the solution must come from them. It comes from the France Senate voted through an amendment to the immigration law that will give British second homeowners the automatic right to long stay visa. After politicians there said UK tourists have been punished by the Brexit. So then it goes on, this Andrew Hesseldin, the campaigner, director and founder of 180 Days in Spain, which campaigns for Brits' free movement in the country, told the Mallorca Daily Bulletin that it's delighted to say French senators recognise the injustice of the situation that British part-year residents have found themselves in since this Brexit. He added that the campaigners' members remain hopeful of similar recognition in Spain for everyone affected. Yeah, so the story just goes on down through there. You can see for yourself. It's just a bit of bat and ball at the moment, I think, this situation. And at the end of the day, it does say in this about the shows that 2 million people travelling to Spain from the UK last year, and that actually equates to 23.8% of the total number of visitors. They definitely need the UK people down there, and they've, like I say, this situation about the penalties of massive fines and jail terms of if you go over your 90 days and all the rest of it, it's absolute. And they also say that it could end up being a total ban on you ever going back, and oh my goodness me, it's such a mess, really. But there is hope that yeah, so there we go, guys. It's just one of them situations that we all know about, and it's just kind of interesting to see. And we kind of obviously, as people like us, as we want to sort of visit these places a little bit more, and we're getting to that situation where we're tired of the cold weather. We want to go down for these longer periods of time, and it does get a little bit, so it's sort of maybe coming into people's lives where, it's the first time I've really started checking it out a little bit more with a bit more interest of I can totally appreciate the people with properties that where it must be a bit of a game if you want to sort of go down for longer periods of time. But so chuck some comments in, guys. I'd be absolutely delighted to see what sort of comments that you've got to say about this, and how people are gonna try and get around things. So we all know that you can go off to Romania, Cyprus, Bulgaria to get out of the Schengen area. Obviously Croatia now in the EU, so you can't go there either. So I'm going to throw up also a screenshot of a very, very nice kind of and I want to know what the best calculators are for calculating your days. I did come across a reasonable one today, and I'll put it up on the screen now and show you what this one was like. Yeah, I'll put it up on there, and it's Schengen visainfo.com, and you can throw in your dates. So I've just put in there our last dates of 10th September to the 14th, and then at the you get your exit date. So so obviously you get the duration of the time you're away, and then you can hit the calculate at the bottom, and basically we were away for 35 days, and then it tells you, yes, you have got 55 days left that you can use, and the little plus sign there, you can add another visit, so you can add extra visits in for like people like us if you want to throw some more dates in there and calculate it. But anybody out there that's got a really good one, that maybe, you know, there's a lot of apps there that obviously is available that you might have to, you know, you pay for it all the time. So this is quite simple. You know, you can work it out, like I say, I get a bit of paper and the calendar, and you can sort of like kind of work it out, do it on your phone calendar, stuff like that. But if anybody knows of a really good Schengen calculator, I'd really appreciate some information on it, and I'll definitely have a look at it and have a look. But I found this one today was just, yeah, that sort of did the job, and you can, like I say, you can add them extra dates on it. So guys, I think I'm going to leave the video there, and I just yeah, what do you think? What do you think, guys? And hopefully, you know, eventually they might see sense, and we're going to sort of get back to a bit of free travel, you know, for unlimited amounts of time, where you haven't got to go through this heartache of trying to get back certain times if you want to get down and spend a bit more time in the sun. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and we will see you on the next one. And I'm really anxious and looking forward to loads of comments coming through on this video, so get firing away with some comments.